Hey guys, Scott here again with a what is style and a beer dissection video for you. Today is the what is style is called Rauchbier, which I'm going to get to in just a second. But recently I got another 6-pack of Crowlers from one of my favorite breweries, especially upstate in Lake Placid, from Lake Placid Brewing Pub and Brewery, as well as Big Slide Brewery, same owners. If you don't know too much about them, they have a brewery right off of Main Street on Mirror Lake Drive, I believe. Great place. And then down the road, their sister brewery is Big Slide, which this one I think is particularly from this beer, which again I'm going to speak about in just a second. And then I think they're opening one up in Saranac Lake. So definitely check them out when you get up there. So the what is style is Rauchbier, and the beer dissection from Big Slide Brewery is called Rauch the Cas-Bock. Okay, it's their version of a Rauchbier, and they call it a dark bock brewed with beech smoked malt. Now it's interesting they use bock because Rauchbier, which means smoked beer, is kind of like a Märzen, M-A-R-Z-E-N. You know it from your Oktoberfest beers. So it's more like that, but they use smoked malt. Now, it originated in Bamberg, Germany, this style, Rauchbier, and they use beechwood to smoke the malt, which gives you that smoky kind of flavor and aroma to the beer. Schlenkerla, which is outside of, well, not outside, it's in Bamberg, as well as Special, is the two major breweries over there that are I don't want to say they both originated it, but they are some of the definitely two of the biggest breweries over there that produce the style called Rauchbier. Now, typically the beer is about 4.8 to 6% alcohol, about 20 to 30 IBUs, international bitterness units. And again, it's going to usually be a amber, maybe copper color. Again, like your Oktoberfest beer, your Märzen type of beer, but with a smoky quality. And again, they use the beechwood to smoke the grains. Okay. This one, again, like I said, is from Big Slide Brewery and or Lake Placid Pub and Brewery. They're kind of one and the same. And I guess I got 6 Crowlers sent from them just today, just came in here. So this is going to be one of the, depending on when you're watching, this is going to be one of the first videos for this particular 6-pack of Crowlers. Remember, Crowlers are usually about 32-ounce cans. So if it does look bigger, it is, okay. Get a workout lifting it. Let me see if there's any other specs I wanted to discuss about that. No. So again, Rauchbier is one of my favorite styles. You'll see it in some of your local, not all your local beer stores. It really has to be pretty special. But Schlenkerla, which I'll try to have pop up on the screen, that's one of the most popular ones. They usually make a Helles, which is a light colored style. They also make the Märzen, which again is that amber copper style. And I think they may make one other style. I'm not thinking of. There is probably a Bock also style that they do with Schlenkerla with this smoking. So the big thing is Rauchbier in German, Rauch meaning smoke, beer obviously meaning beer. So that's a little bit about the what is style Rauchbier. If you haven't had it before, it is one of my favorite styles of beer these days. And again, Special is the other one. I'll try to have that pop up on the screen too, if you are interested in looking for more commercial styles of the beer. But you will get some microbreweries or nano breweries doing the style. I saw this. We usually visit Lake Placid every year. We haven't been there recently, but I saw this on their beer menu, and I wanted to get a Crowler of it because it is a good style. So again, Big Slide Brewery, Rauch the Cas-Bock. All right, again, their version of a dark bock brewed with beech smoked malt, which again is true to style. This is basically what they use. 6.6% ABV, and do I have anything in international bitterness units? About 25 IBUs on this, so right in the wheelhouse for the style. So I'm looking forward to having this. Let's crack this bad boy open. I'm just using a typical kind of tulip pint glass. Whatever you like to use. Again, I'm not a huge fan of shaker pints, but if that's what you have laying around, I have plenty of shaker pints too. That's fine also for this style of beer. But a lot of times my go-to is the tulip pint. All right, so let's crack this bad boy open, like I said. And again, I definitely checked them out. Lake Placid Pub and Brewery, Big Slide, same owners, and then they're open one in Saranac Lake, I think in the fall. I'm filming this in the beginning of 2000, and I'm in March of 2023. They're supposed to be opening up in the fall of this year, okay? So depending on when you're watching this video. All right, so let me pour this out, okay? So again, this is the beer dissection. Okay, it is in a crowler, and it was shipped here. I just got it delivered today, so it's definitely gonna be a little agitated. Probably maybe should have waited a day or two to do this one, but I couldn't wait. All right, so what are you gonna see here? Okay, again, it's partly because the can was shaken up a little bit. We've got a nice beige to tan head on here, very supportive, very tight bubbles. Okay, and you can kind of get a better idea of the color. So you're looking like your Oktoberfest beer, right? So it's looking like a Märzen. Not to say it doesn't look like Bock too, but at least some of your darker Bock beers using maybe heavier Munich malt. A lot of these beers, especially over there, they use that smoked malt with beechwood, but they'll also use a lot of times Munich malt, which is a little darker, and Vienna malt, which is a little lighter than Munich malt, and they'll mix it up. So I don't know what the grist they're using here. I'm sure they're probably using a lot of two-row with some crystal and things like that. All right, so let's take a sniff of the aroma. Okay, nice. I immediately get that smoky aroma. Not as strong as a Schlenkerla, and for some people that is a little bit noxious for them if they're not used to smoked beer. But this is nice and subtle. Definitely getting that kind of caramel, nutty, toffee kind of malt profile too, typical of Märzen, maybe a little biscuity. But you definitely could tell this is a smoked beer, okay, because just from the aroma alone. Think of like, sometimes in your fireplace, you kind of got that whiff when your fireplace is going. That's kind of what you're getting here with kind of a crystallized toffee caramel type of aroma back behind the scenes there. They used, I didn't mention, they used Hersbrucker hops for those homebrewers out there with this, which I believe is a German varietal. Okay. But very nice. I mean, I'm expecting this is not going to be too overpowering on the flavor, the smoke, but we'll see. Okay? So, but very nice. Gonna enjoy this. If I have to order some more of these. Okay, so cheers, guys. Let's take a drink. Oh, yeah. You kind of immediately get hit with that smoke. If you want to say, obviously they're using beechwood. You ever smoke some of your roast porks and things like that, or meats on the grill, and sometimes people use apple wood. You kind of get that type of smokiness there. But you definitely have in the background that biscuity, light caramel, malt profile, and nice medium body, medium body beer. Like medium low kind of carbonation. But even in the aftertaste, as you let it sit there, you kind of feel like you're drinking a beer by the fire because you kind of got that smokiness, bold, but not overpowering. Like I believe, I haven't had Schlenkerla's Märzen in a while. This is probably matching that very closely. I think that's a little bit more powerful. So this may be a nice intro beer to a Rauchbier, but definitely there's no doubt that there's smoke in here. And again, remember they smoke the malt. It's not added like tinctures of smoke. That's how they usually produce the smoked malt. Remember back in the early days in the 1700s when they were kilning malt over open fire. I mean, there was a lot of smokiness to the beers back then, even 200-300 years ago. But there's low bitterness. What did I say? This one had roughly 25 IBUs. So you're sitting in like Munich Helles territory, lower than Pilsner. So I'm not getting much bitterness. Really no alcoholic warmth that I feel. It's very, very smooth. I mean, again, it's exactly like if you were drinking a high quality Märzen Oktoberfest beer using smoked malt, that's kind of what you're getting here. It's more malt forward. That these are maltier beers with the smoke versus, say, your IPAs. So if you're looking for something strong like an IPA or West Coast IPA, this beer is not it, okay? You can see there's this nice, amber to copper color, and it is very clear. I wanted to show you again while we had it set. The head now settled down a little bit, but we still have a little bit. There's about still a half, quarter of an inch to half an inch of head there. But very nice. This is drinking really nice. I don't get a lot of microbreweries or, farm breweries or whatever making this style much. So, but this is very close to like a Schlenkerla or Spezial. I'm giving it an A+. And, again, I wish I had a lot more locally that I could kind of compare it to. But, again, malt forward beer. Rauchbier smoke, so you're definitely gonna get some smoke if you ever see this at your thing. But it's not, and this one in particular is not like so overpowering that you feel like you're sucking on firewood that's cooled down. It's not like that powerful. But you definitely get that kind of smoky, roasted taste. Caramel, toffee, nutty, biscuity type of malt profile. Not much hops in this at all as far as being dominant with any type of bitterness. Malt forward beer, but this is excellent. So again, guys, Big Slide Brewery / Lake Placid Pub and Brewery up in Lake Placid, New York in the Adirondacks, called Rauch the Cas-Bock. Rauch meaning smoke. So if you happen to see this style, what is style today again was Rauchbier, smoke beer, the German style, try it out. If you want, try the Helles style first because it's kind of looks like a lager Pilsner style beer, but it has a very subtle smoke. This has more smoke to it, kind of matching very close to Schlenkerla and Spezial. But if you're up in that area, I would definitely try this out. But again, don't be scared of the smoke. It's not going to especially this one today, it's not going to overpower you. And, I always say, try out different styles of beer. Go to breweries, get variety packs, try different styles and see what you enjoy, especially if it's outside your normal comfort zone. All right, guys, till the next video. Today was what is Rauchbier and beer dissection, like I said, was from Big Slide Brewery, Rauch the Cas-Bock. Highly recommended for you guys. Check it out if you're up there. Until next time, guys, have a great day. Take care.